So being that I'm really pumped for Furious 7 coming out, I figured I'd review all the previous Fast and the Furious movies. So, without further ado, let's get fast and let's get furious. The Fast and the Furious stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster, and is directed by Rob Cohen. In this first installment, Paul Walker plays an undercover cop who's trying to figure out who's doing these heists on trucks, stealing DVD players and stuff from these trucks. It's 2001, guys. DVD players, just go with it. To do this, he becomes part of the street racing culture and introduces himself to Dominic Toretto, who's really respected in that culture. After he loses a street race to Dom, he earns his respect by saving his butt after the cops come and break up the street race and are about to arrest Dom. He becomes infatuated with Dom's sister, Mia, played by Jordana Brewster, and that seems to be clouding his judgment as he's trying to figure out who's really doing the heist. Now, this movie is directed by Rob Cohen, and you might recognize that name from another movie I reviewed earlier this year. Rob Cohen is the director behind The Mummy 3, Alex Cross, and most so recently, The Boy Next Door. Not to say that his directing is terrible, really, but he's sort of a guy you just get to get the job done, but he doesn't really do a whole lot, really, as a director. He's not like this great, phenomenal director with, you know, he's just kind of a, I'm just coming in here to get this studio movie done. In this case, though, I'll say he did a decent job. He did an alright job. This movie is directed well enough. So, I don't want to be too harsh on the guy. The movie is written by people that are talented. It's written by 3 writers, one of which has never worked since for some reason. And it's written by Gary Scott Thompson, who has done all of the Fast and the Furious films except for Tokyo Drift. And the 3rd writer of this film is someone who is actually respected by many people, David Ayer, who wrote Training Day, he wrote End of Watch, SWAT, and latest Fury. He's a good screenwriter, and he did a good job with this one. The acting in this isn't the greatest. Now, you do see most of these main actors back in the future films, and you do see them progress and become better and better. But in this film, Vin Diesel's alright, Paul Walker's okay. I mean, they aren't phenomenally great actors, but they work. Jordana Brewster's alright. You know, Michelle Rodriguez is good in this. She's playing the same character she always does, but she's still good at playing that character, so I don't want to be too harsh on these actors, because you do see them get better and better as the films go on. But in this one, it's obvious they're beginner actors, haven't done a lot of roles. I think each of them had like 1 or 2 movies before this, or a few enough credits, but they weren't like stars yet, but they will get progressively better as the films go on. So, alright guys, now that I know the technical stuff, let's get to the meat of this movie. What we're all here for, the car racing scenes. Come on, it's what the Fast and Furious films are known for and beloved for. Yeah, the characters are great. Yeah, we enjoy the characters and the stories, but the car races, man. And in this one, it definitely feels like they're starting out, you know? And I'm saying this as someone who's seen all the future ones, so I know where it goes, and I know how insane some of these scenes get. When I say it doesn't seem very complicated, I'm comparing to those, but it's a good scene. You know, there's the first street racing scene where Paul Walker goes up against Vin Diesel and 2 other guys that you don't really care about at all. It's a solid scene. There's some nice CGI shots of the inside of the car as it's going and the NOS. There's actually some good shots, even though the CGI, it's obvious CGI, but it's still a cool looking shot, and I like the idea of the shot, so I'm not too bothered by the bad CGI in that case, actually. The thing this movie needs to do is sell us on the street racing culture and get us to like that and like the people in this culture, and I think they do a pretty good job. They have a lot of great speeches about how these guys feel about cars, like how Dom really feels about street racing and feels about, you know, driving and cars and stuff. Like, he's passionate about it, and you actually do feel that passion come through in the film, and you know what? That is a sign of a decent actor. Again, he's starting out, he's not phenomenal in this movie, but those were some of his best scenes. I definitely like those scenes. Also, the heist scenes were fun to watch with the stunt work, the driving under the truck. One of the drivers goes under the semi-truck, and there's some nice shots of that. What I thought was also written well was the conflict that Brian, Paul Walker's character, starts having as he's trying to do his job and find out who's doing these heists, but he's also fallen in love with this street racing culture and Mia and really respects Dom and doesn't want to, you know, hurt that family. The thing about this movie is it's a popcorn film. What am I looking for? I'm looking for fun characters. Got that. They're likable. They're fun. I'm looking for a good written story that's fun also to watch. Got it. I'm looking for, in this instance, fun drag racing scenes, fun street races. Got it. Awesome stunts. Got it. You know, they got what makes a fun popcorn film. Have fun with it. Be energetic and be passionate in your film. And, you know, they did it. You can tell that they were passionate about making this film. You can tell that they had fun racing these cars and being in this film and acting in this story. It's a fun film. It's got plenty of action, got plenty of great stunts, and I will say, yeah, check it out. I give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. So if you like this review of the Fast and the Furious, keep in mind I will be reviewing the other Fast and the Furious films leading up to Furious 7. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. See ya.